king.
When we were meeting these people, they had, their phones were going off and they would just calmly go, excuse me, situation, and that's what they called it, calmly went off in the corner of the room, and they would be, in this particular instance, negotiating for people's lives. It was amazing. We had one person came in to the office and said, I'm sorry, this is very rude of me, but I've got to keep my phones on during the meeting because I'm expecting the Somali pirates to call, which I thought was just one of the great lines ever to start a meeting. Of course, we didn't pay any attention. All of us just focused on this phone.
So you're going to give up? Retreat? You can trust me this time.
You think I should give you a second chance?
It's up to you.
We would send what we were doing to them, said, is this credible? Is this what would happen? And they would come back to us and say yes, no, and we would alter it accordingly. So they then saw footage, and so we feel that we're authentic, you know.
I'm at the wheelchair. 11:45.
11:45. In a wheelchair.
See her yet?
Did you see her?
I see her.
The handovers, are they really like this? Yes, they are. Litter bins are used in public places. That is the most common thing. The car pulls up on sort of no man's land ground, and you exchange like that. Do you go armed to a negotiation? No, never, because if they think there's a possibility of aggression or anything, they'll never meet you.
I'm telling you, Colonel, go anywhere near her, you die.
For them, to lose a hostage is the worst thing that can happen. It is their absolute nightmare. And it's not just an arbitrary thing that they do. All their dialogue and everything is recorded, is logged. And if they lose someone, the only person that is to blame is them. And it always comes back on them, because their words are gone through, and they say, oh, this is where you provoked incorrectly. And so it's a tremendous responsibility. But it's the knife edge element. These are all ex-military guys. The ones we met were ex-SAS. They want to be back with the adrenaline. That's what they like, is to have that, that risk, be back in the field. It's like what we in our story, they don't adapt to Tesco's, really.
Last chance.
People like to think there's an accepted gap between television and film, which I've never really quite understood. I mean, obviously there are budgetary considerations when you're, shooting a £150 million disaster movie, but there's no reason why television shouldn't stand up in production value and have as much quality as a feature film. And if you think how people are now starting to watch, they watch the movies on Sky. There's the access to movies is increasing daily, and they're watched on the same piece of visual machinery that you watch TV. So I wanted to really give it a cinematic feel, so that people wouldn't be thinking, oh, this is television. The idea was, if we were shooting that as a movie, we wouldn't have really done it that much different.
Juanita! Ven aquí, niña. Ven aquí, niña.
Well, there is a moral ambiguity in hostage negotiation, in that the criticism is that the hostage negotiators perpetuate the kidnap process, that they are rewarding criminals. They do a kidnap, the hostage negotiator gives them X pounds, and they give But the question that always floors people, okay, your family has been kidnapped. Do you want someone to negotiate for them, or do you not?
Deal was Sally back safe and sound.
¿Por qué no?
I mean, if my family was kidnapped, I wouldn't say, hey, no, I really do adhere to the UK government's policy of no negotiation. I'd say, get someone in there, get them out.
Is Tess there?
Just for dinner. It's a start.
I'm on my way.